What if the single most important decision you make after 70 isn't about your health, your finances, or your hobbies, but about who you choose to live with? And could this one choice literally add up to 15 years to your life while keeping you happier and more independent than you ever imagined possible? In the next few minutes, you'll discover the exact living arrangement wisdom from 92-year-old Helen from Arizona, whose unconventional approach to senior living has kept her healthier, more energetic, and more socially connected than people half her age, proving that the right living situation can transform your golden years into your best years. But here's what will surprise you most about Helen's living choices. They're completely different from what most families expect their elderly relatives to accept, and her fourth piece of advice challenges everything you've been told about aging gracefully and maintaining your independence. Last month, Helen's 3 adult children flew in from different states, expecting to have the difficult conversation about moving their 92-year-old mother into assisted living after she had a minor fall in her kitchen. Instead, they arrived to find Helen hosting a lively dinner party for 8 neighbors, leading an animated book club discussion about a mystery novel, and enthusiastically planning a weekend camping trip with her 67-year-old housemate. Her children were absolutely shocked to discover that Helen's current living arrangement wasn't just keeping her safe and healthy, it was actually making her thrive in ways they had never seen before, even when she was decades younger. Living choice. 1. The isolation trap. Most seniors fall into Helen's first and most crucial piece of wisdom, might literally save your life. Because she learned through painful personal experience that living in complete isolation after age 70 is one of the most dangerous and health-destroying decisions any senior can make. Most people don't realize that the decision to live entirely alone, while seeming like maintaining independence, actually accelerates physical decline and creates life-threatening risks that compound with each passing month. This isn't about losing your autonomy or admitting weakness. It's about understanding the medical reality that human beings are social creatures who require regular, meaningful contact with others to maintain both physical and mental health throughout their later years. Research conducted by Harvard Medical School over a 15-year period involving more than 8,000 seniors definitively proves that those living in complete isolation have a 26% higher risk of premature death and more than double the risk of developing severe depression compared to seniors who maintain regular human contact. The study found that isolation triggers chronic stress responses that weaken the immune system, accelerate cognitive decline, and increase inflammation throughout the body, creating a cascade of health problems that often go undetected until they become life-threatening. Dr. Robert Chen, the lead researcher, emphasized that the health risks of social isolation are equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes daily or being severely obese, making it one of the most serious but preventable health hazards facing seniors today. Helen discovered this truth during the 2 difficult years she spent living completely alone after her husband Thomas passed away, gradually becoming more withdrawn from friends and family until she rarely left her house except for essential errands. Her neighbor Joyce became concerned when she noticed Helen's mail piling up for 3 consecutive days and found Helen inside, confused and weak from not eating properly or taking care of herself. This frightening wake-up call made Helen realize that her isolation wasn't preserving her independence. It was actually destroying her health and putting her life at serious risk. The devastating consequences of total isolation become more severe with each passing month as your support network disappears, your daily routines become irregular, and small problems escalate into major health crises because no one is around to notice warning signs or provide assistance. Isolated seniors are significantly more likely to experience undetected medical emergencies, medication errors, falls, and mental health deterioration that can quickly spiral out of control. Without regular human interaction, your cognitive function declines rapidly, your motivation for self-care diminishes, and your risk of accidents increases dramatically because there's no safety net of caring people checking on your well-being. Evaluate your current living situation honestly today and identify at least one person who could provide regular daily contact, whether it's a neighbor, family member, friend, or community connection that ensures someone knows you're safe and well every single day. This doesn't mean giving up your privacy or independence. It means creating a simple safety net that protects your health while allowing you to maintain your autonomy and dignity. Contact this person immediately and establish a routine for regular check-ins. Whether it's a daily phone call, shared morning coffee, or evening walk that becomes a consistent part of both your schedules. Don't wait another day to address dangerous isolation, because every day you spend completely alone is a day your health and safety are at serious risk. Living Choice 2, the multi-generational magic. Helen discovered that sharing her spacious home with her 28-year-old granddaughter, Sophia, created unexpected benefits that transformed both their lives and surprised their entire extended family with how natural and mutually beneficial the arrangement became. This isn't about becoming a burden on younger family members or losing your independence. It's about creating a living partnership where different generations contribute their unique strengths and support each other in ways that enhance everyone's quality of life. The key to successful multi-generational living is establishing clear boundaries, shared responsibilities, and mutual respect that allows each person to maintain their individual lifestyle while benefiting from the security and companionship of family connection. Comprehensive studies conducted by Johns Hopkins University, following over 12,000 multi-generational households for more than a decade, show that seniors living with younger family members maintain better physical function, experience significantly less loneliness and depression, and live an average of 7 years longer than their peers in other living arrangements. The research found that intergenerational households provide natural monitoring systems for health changes, built-in assistance during illness or injury, and regular mental stimulation through diverse conversations and activities. Dr. Maria Rodriguez, the study's principal investigator, noted that both older and younger generations benefit from shared resources, reduced living expenses, and the emotional security that comes from knowing family members are nearby and available when needed. Helen's arrangement with Sophia works beautifully because they've established complementary roles that benefit both generations without creating dependency or resentment. Sophia helps Helen with technology challenges, drives during evening hours or bad weather, and handles some of the more physically demanding household tasks like changing light bulbs or moving furniture. Helen contributes her decades of cooking expertise, provides childcare wisdom when Sophia's friends visit with their children, maintains the beautiful garden that Sophia loves but doesn't have time to manage, and offers the kind of life experience and emotional support that only comes from someone who has navigated many decades of challenges and successes. The consequences of missing multi-generational living opportunities often include increased living expenses for both generations, reduced family bonds during crucial years, and the loss of natural support systems that could prevent minor issues from becoming major crises. Younger family members miss out on the wisdom, stability, and practical help that older relatives can provide, while seniors lose access to energy, technological assistance, and the vitality that comes from regular interaction with different generations. This separation often leads to both generations struggling with challenges that could be easily managed through cooperation and shared resources. Discuss the possibility of shared living arrangements with younger family members this week, focusing on the mutual benefits and practical advantages rather than presenting it as a need-based situation that might create feelings of obligation or burden. Approach these conversations with specific ideas about how the arrangement could work, what each person would contribute, and how individual privacy and independence would be maintained within the shared living space. Be prepared to address concerns about lifestyle differences, personal space, and household responsibilities by suggesting trial periods or gradual transitions that allow everyone to adjust comfortably to the new arrangement. Family connections grow stronger when nurtured through daily interaction and shared experiences. So start these important conversations immediately rather than waiting until circumstances force difficult decisions. Living choice. 3. The community living advantage. What Helen learned about thoughtfully chosen senior community living completely revolutionized her understanding of independence, social connection, and the difference between giving up control and gaining support systems that enhance your daily life. This isn't about being warehoused in an institutional setting or admitting defeat in your ability to live independently. It's about strategically choosing a living environment that provides built-in safety nets, social opportunities, and lifestyle enhancements that would be difficult or impossible to create on your own. The key is selecting communities that focus on active living and personal choice rather than just custodial care, ensuring that you're joining a vibrant neighborhood rather than simply a place to wait. Research published by the Mayo Clinic, tracking over 15,000 seniors in various living arrangements for 20 years, demonstrates that those in well-designed community living situations have 40% fewer emergency room visits, maintain cognitive function significantly longer, and report higher levels of life satisfaction compared to isolated seniors living independently. The study found that community living provides natural health monitoring through daily social interactions, immediate access to help during emergencies, and structured activities that keep residents physically active and mentally engaged. Dr. Jennifer Walsh, the clinic's lead researcher on senior living, emphasized that the social connections formed in quality communities serve as powerful protective factors against depression, cognitive decline, and the physical deterioration that often accelerates when seniors become isolated. Helen chose Sunset Ridge, an active adult community where she participates in daily water aerobics classes, has joined a gardening club that maintains beautiful common areas, and has built genuine friendships with neighbors who share similar interests and life experiences. The community provides transportation for shopping and medical appointments, organizes group outings to local attractions and restaurants, and offers educational programs that keep residents learning and growing. Helen's spacious apartment gives her complete privacy and independence, while the community amenities and social opportunities provide the kind of enriched lifestyle that would be expensive and difficult to maintain living alone. The consequences of avoiding quality community options often include social isolation, delayed response to medical emergencies, and the gradual loss of independence that occurs when you're trying to manage everything alone without adequate support systems. Many seniors wait too long to explore community living and then are forced to make decisions during health crises when their options are limited and their ability to adapt to change is compromised. Without the natural safety nets and social connections that communities provide, minor health issues can quickly escalate into major problems, and the daily challenges of maintaining a home can become overwhelming and dangerous. Research senior living communities in your area this month, focusing specifically on active lifestyle options that emphasize independence, social engagement, and personal choice, rather than just medical care facilities. Visit multiple communities during different times of day and days of the week, to get an accurate sense of the atmosphere, activity level, and social dynamics that would affect your daily experience. Ask detailed questions about resident autonomy, activity programs, healthcare coordination, and the community's philosophy about aging and independence to ensure their values align with your expectations. The best communities often have waiting lists, so explore your options and get on preferred lists now, well before you might need to make a move, giving yourself the luxury of choice rather than being forced into whatever is available during a crisis. Living choice. 4. The pet companion prescription. Helen's decision to adopt Rusty, a 7-year-old golden retriever from the local animal shelter, seemed impulsive and potentially risky to her concerned family members, but it has become one of the most beneficial health decisions she has ever made. This isn't about taking on burdens you can't handle or creating additional responsibilities during your later years. It's about understanding how animal companionship provides unique health benefits that are difficult to obtain from any other source. The key is matching your energy level, living situation, and care capabilities with the right type and age of pet, ensuring that the relationship enhances your life rather than creating stress or overwhelming responsibility. Groundbreaking research conducted by the National Institute on Aging, involving over 11,000 seniors with and without pets, shows that pet ownership reduces blood pressure by an average of 10 points, decreases depression scores by 36%, and increases daily physical activity by more than 30 minutes compared to seniors without animal companions. The study found that pets provide unconditional companionship that reduces stress hormones, creates structure and routine that benefits overall health, and encourage social interaction through walks and conversations with other pet owners. Dr. Sarah Thompson, the Institute's lead researcher on human-animal bonds, noted that senior pets often make ideal companions for older adults because they tend to be calmer, require less intensive training, and seem to instinctively understand and respond to their owner's need for gentle, consistent companionship. Rusty ensures that Helen walks twice daily regardless of weather conditions, providing her with regular exercise that maintains her mobility, balance, and cardiovascular health better than any structured fitness program she had ever tried. The dog serves as a natural conversation starter with neighbors and other dog owners during walks, leading to friendships and social connections that might never have developed otherwise. Rusty's presence provides Helen with a sense of security and purpose. His routine care gives structure to her days, and his affectionate companionship fills the quiet hours that can become lonely and depressing for seniors living alone. The consequences of missing out on appropriate pet companionship often include loss of daily routine structure, reduced physical activity, and the kind of emotional isolation that can't be filled by human relationships alone, because pets provide constant, non-judgmental presence that humans simply cannot offer. Without animal companionship, many seniors lose motivation for regular outdoor activity, miss opportunities for casual social interaction that occurs naturally through pet care, and lack the sense of purpose and responsibility that comes from caring for another living being. Seniors without pets often experience more rapid decline in daily structure, physical activity, and emotional well-being, particularly during difficult periods when human social support may be limited or inadequate. Consider adopting a senior pet from your local animal shelter this month, specifically looking for animals whose energy levels and care requirements match your current physical abilities and lifestyle preferences. Senior pets are often overlooked by younger adopters but make ideal companions for older adults, because they're typically calmer, house-trained, and grateful for a loving home during their final years. Visit local shelters and spend time with different animals to find one whose personality complements yours, asking shelter staff about each pet's history, health status, and specific care needs to ensure a successful match. Thousands of wonderful senior pets are waiting in shelters right now for someone exactly like you to give them a loving home. And this life-changing companionship could begin as early as this weekend if you take action immediately. Living choice. 5. Creating your personal support network. Helen's most important discovery about successful aging was that the ideal living situation isn't really about the physical building or location where you reside. It's about the quality and reliability of the support network you intentionally build around yourself wherever you choose to live. This network becomes your safety net, your social connection, and your resource system that can make the difference between thriving independently and struggling alone with challenges that become increasingly difficult to manage. The key is being proactive about creating these connections before you need them urgently, building relationships based on mutual care and assistance rather than one-sided dependency that can become unsustainable and emotionally uncomfortable for everyone involved. Comprehensive research conducted by Stanford University following 9,000 seniors for 15 years reveals that those with strong, well-developed support networks recover from illness and injury 60% faster, maintain their independence an average of 5 years longer, and report significantly higher levels of life satisfaction compared to seniors who lack reliable social connections. The study found that effective support networks provide early detection of health changes, immediate assistance during emergencies, emotional support during difficult periods, and practical help with daily challenges that can prevent small problems from becoming overwhelming crises. Dr. Michael Foster, the study's principal investigator, emphasized that the most successful support networks include a mix of family members, friends, neighbors, and service providers who contribute different types of assistance and create redundancy that ensures help is available even when individual network members are unavailable. Helen created what she calls her care circle, consisting of her next-door neighbor Carlos, who checks on her daily during his morning dog walk, her daughter Linda, who calls every Tuesday and Friday evening, her longtime friend Janet, who accompanies her to medical appointments, and her handyman George, who handles home repairs and seasonal maintenance tasks. She also maintains relationships with her pharmacist, her primary care physician's office staff, and the manager of her local grocery store, creating a broader network of people who know her and would notice if something seemed wrong. Helen reciprocates by providing plant care when neighbors travel, sharing vegetables from her garden, and offering rides to friends who no longer drive, ensuring that her support network is based on mutual assistance rather than one-way dependence. The consequences of failing to develop a reliable support network often include delayed response to health emergencies, overwhelming stress during challenging periods, and the gradual loss of independence that occurs when you're trying to handle everything alone without adequate backup systems. Seniors without strong networks are more likely to experience serious complications from minor health issues, struggle with practical challenges that could be easily managed with assistance, and become socially isolated during periods when they most need connection and support. Without reliable people who check on your well-being regularly, small problems can quickly escalate into major crises that might have been prevented with early intervention and appropriate help. Identify 3 specific people today who could potentially become part of your support network and reach out to strengthen those relationships immediately through regular contact, shared activities, or mutual assistance that benefits both of you. These relationships should include a mix of nearby neighbors for daily check-ins and immediate assistance, family members or close friends for emotional support and major decisions, and service providers or community connections for specialized help with health, home maintenance, or transportation needs. Start building these connections now by being the person who reaches out first, offers help when others need it, and maintains consistent communication that deepens relationships over time. Support networks take months or years to develop into truly reliable systems, so begin this crucial work immediately, rather than waiting until you're facing challenges that require immediate assistance from people who barely know you. Helen's living arrangement wisdom proves that your choices about where and with whom you live after 70 can literally determine whether you spend your later years thriving with health, happiness, and independence, or struggling with isolation, declining health, and premature loss of autonomy. Her 5 key insights about avoiding dangerous isolation, embracing multi-generational opportunities, exploring quality community living, welcoming pet companionship, and building strong support networks provide a roadmap for creating living situations that enhance rather than diminish your quality of life during your most precious years. The most encouraging aspect of Helen's approach is that these choices are entirely within your control and can be implemented gradually at your own pace, allowing you to create the ideal living situation that matches your personality, preferences, and circumstances, while protecting your health and independence for years to come. If Helen's living arrangement wisdom has opened your eyes to new possibilities and given you hope for creating a better living situation for yourself or a loved one, show your appreciation by hitting that like button and sharing in the comments what your ideal living situation would look like after 70, because I read every response and love learning about your dreams, concerns, and creative ideas for successful aging. Share this video immediately with other seniors in your life who might be struggling with difficult decisions about where and how to live, because this information could literally add years to their lives and help them make the best possible choices for their unique situation and circumstances.